bring a different perspective. Has the city improved over the last 20 to 30 years? What do you think?
There's no heaven on earth. There's no perfection. There's no utopia. There's just, change. But I'll tell you the one thing, out of that grime of the Lower East Side, like I said, we take that neighborhood, the genius was really connected to cheap rent. And now it's like really expensive and almost impossible to live there. And out of that grime came almost any sort of kind of genius you wanted to think about. I mean, there was people like Jimi Hendrix, there was people like Jackson Pollock, I mean, there were great religious leaders that came out of there, there were philosophers, there was Madonna, there was just, the history of America has probably changed 500 times by the people that came out of the Lower East Side. And so that independence has been lost. That sense of the uniqueness of the individual is being lost. We're going corporate, we're going cookie cutter, and yes, the Lower East Side, on almost every block now, we have a Subway, we have the Starbucks, we have the Dunkin' Donuts. That's not where the genius comes from. That's where the minimum wage jobs come from. The genius comes from the guy working in that coffee shop and has his kid working there, and the kid learns to count until, work to till, count the money, make the next thing, he grows up, he goes on. You can't do that with Walmart. You can't do that with Kmart. You can't do that with all those chain stores. And so, yes, it is better in a lot of ways. It's safer, it's nicer. Hey, we got a mayor who only takes $1 a year, but that's great. He started off at $7.5 billion, and now he's got about 20. Golly, Mr. Dillon, how does that work? So it's kind of like, whoa, okay, it's better, but it's better for him. But that point, like I was here the other day, we're talking to Republicans, they're saying, well, I've got all this welfare. Our mayor with his $20 billion could pay that welfare off for every person in America for the next 20 years and still have money left over. The amount of money that's getting contained in smaller and smaller pockets, or, bigger pockets, fewer people. And that's what's killing us, because Lou Reed started off in Ludlow Street at $38 a month. It took him a few years to become Lou Reed. He had to go through all these different gyrations, who am I, and whatever, and whatever. It costs you $3,000 now to live in a studio across the street from Cass's on Ludlow. You can't get genius coming out of that. You can't do it. So yes, in certain ways it is better. But in terms of possibilities for real people, no, it's not better. So you need the common man to be able to rise up and get to the top again. That's what we need.
So, just